change in shin, ippon, kumite, new one-step sparring, is that years ago Chisaki Kai was quite well aware that changes needed to be made in what was then the general Shotokan syllabus. For example, long stances, fighting originally starting from a yoi position with your hands down by your sides, and then, worst of all, kumite, which involved stepping straight back in front of an enemy, and in 5-step kumite, even going back 5 times before you did one punch. Not any direction except straight backwards in front of an oncoming enemy. That's purely ludicrous. It's just wrong. And the truth is, the more you do something wrong, the better you get at doing it wrong. And the more it becomes an ingrained habit. And habits are so hard to break. Even now, I find myself bringing my fist back in hikite, when I know I shouldn't. I should just keep it here. Anyway, we've been a long time devising what will take its place, and shin, ippon, kumite is the animal that does it. It has a sequence of 5 steps, but it's not 5 identical techniques, it's 5 steps, and what's important is the attacker now becomes a realistic attacker. In other words, he's not in any silly stance, he's not going to wait, until you're in your gambarai position, and it's a sequence of techniques to the head, to the body, and kicks. And it also now includes grabs and chokes from the front and the back. And each of the sequence is to simulate what actually happens in real combat. So you won't get points for how pretty you look or how nice and low your stances are. The important things are how combat effective are the techniques that you're going to do. So it involves the rules of combat. And for example, you never go back in front of an enemy unless it's a tactic to draw the enemy in. Most times you want to go to what we call a position of advantage, which is normally around 45 degrees to the side. Can be others as well, but normally, for the sake of working this set of techniques, 45 degrees. And you don't do it 5 times, you immediately attack, because the objective is to finish the attacker off immediately. In the higher level of this sequence, it will only stop when the attacker is on the floor or unable to carry on. In the initial stages, to get you used to doing the techniques and seeing what the variety of defences are, you don't have to do that. Initially, you just defend against whatever the technique is and deliver one counter, whatever it might be, and then you stop. So, and as in the other Gohon kumite, okay, alright, we're going to do the same technique again, but here's the difference. The first technique that the attacker delivers from it is going to be bang, and you're going to hold it for a second, just like you would in the original Oizuki type thing, and then Uki practices the defense. But the second punch is withdrawal, immediate withdrawal. So then you're going to see that what you could do against somebody that was standing there like that is probably not what you can do against somebody that's actually going to do that and try and hit you with the other hand. But we take it in baby steps, because when you get good at it, you can use the same technique, but you may have to modify it to suit yourself, and only you can find that out. So it's like mini combat attack scenarios, one after another. So the sequence will be right fist retracted, left fist, then left fist retracted. And you are going to do, first the attack will be to the inside, the second attack will be to the outside. Actually, you have to do the 2 punches to the inside, then 2 to the outside, so you get the punch, hold and retract in each sequence. And that's to the head. But then we also include hooks to the head. And so you're going to do the block to the hook and the counter, and of course you can't do that to the outside. It doesn't matter, you're still going to do it And the puncher, the first time, punches and holds, the second time, bang, retract. So then you move to the body, and you've got chudan, punch, hold it, then punch and retract. And then you've got to defend to the outside, counter, to the outside, counter, then do it on the other fist. Then you go chudan again, to the inside and counter, to the inside and counter. And then you've got hooks to the body, the really famous liver punch, which is going to drop anyone. And you've got to learn to do a couple of strikes with that, couple of strikes with that. Each one you can do with a different technique, because you don't do them so many times, so you can sharpen up your favourite technique. Then you've got the normal, Maigeri chudan, but it's Maigeri normal, snap it back, and the second is a football kick. You know, just swing the foot hard, and we'll show you the defence for these, and you'll practice those. Then after that you've got grabs. You've got grabs or collar grabs. You've got chokes. We show you the defences to those. You've got chokes from the front. You've got lapel grabs from the front. You've got one hand grab, one hand choke and punch, defences against that. Then you turn around and the attacker grabs you both hands and you turn, defend against that. Then you do it one hand, you grab them, you do that. And actually all of those defences, you would be pleased to know, are done from one kata bunkai from Nijishiho. Doesn't matter what it is, whatever they do, you just do that one bunkai and it works every time. Then we have one from Arahise-san, where they grab you with one arm and you come down and you hit the as they say here, and finish off. You do not have to learn lots of different techniques. You know most of these techniques. In fact, you will use fewer techniques than you would do left to yourself to think, what should I do now, what should I do, what should I do? But eventually you're going to build up a repertoire of those that suit you, so that when you practice them, you suit individual practice to suit you and your needs. And then we move the next stages, which makes it then very aerobic, or anaerobic first, then aerobic as it builds up. Because each time you do the defence, the attacker's got to end on the ground. Every time. That's very hard work for both of you. The attacker's got to keep getting up, getting up. I suggest you take a chair out and you sit down and do it. It's a lot easier from a chair, but it doesn't get the same results. And we'll start on with the training. Yes? Yes.